Hi everyone, this is Raul once again on my Lunchtime blog. Well, I know it's been a couple of days without a blog. Um, I just went into the weekend. It was a little bit tough. I got sick. My whole family got sick. We got hit with this thing that the doctors like to call a community virus. I guess, it hit us pretty hard, but, thank God we're back on our feet, made it. Still not able to eat a lot of, normal foods or greasy foods at all. Um, yeah, so I'm probably just gonna make this vlog, eat an apple, and carry on with my day of work. Uh, Things are starting to pick up a good flow here in the spa. Um, um, at first, the first week, I did like maybe one customer a day. Um, then the second week, an average of two to three a day. Now, today's Monday. I got five. I looked at the schedule tomorrow. I have one. So things are getting better. Starting out in a spa, it's not easy. It's not, it takes time to build up your clientele and to get new customers coming in and everything. Um, yeah, so, haven't studied for the LSAT yet in a couple days. I've been sick, not feeling good. I've been sleeping a lot. I guess my body, feels weak and I needed it. I'm still trying to hydrate. Um, My kids, they pretty much are still recovering. They're a little bit bored, just playing with tablets. I don't like when they play with tablets so much, but it's a little bit harsh for them, the winter is not great for kids. Kids need to be outside. They need to explore, play games outside, be in contact with nature, with other kids. It's really important that so they can develop themselves in the world and have normal social skills and everything. Today, surprisingly, it's not too cold. It's like in the mid 50s today. I'm just wearing this t-shirt. Um, I can walk normally outside without feeling cold. It's really nice today. I guess we're in some sort of fake spring. The last time I did a vlog, I know it was really cold. I was freezing actually. I even had to turn on the heating on the car. Excuse me. So, been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately. It just seems that the press, both the mainstream media and the independent media, and also the conspiracy theorists, they're really making a big deal about the UFO sightings that we have had during the past few weeks. The government has shot a few UFOs. First a balloon, then a UFO, and people, I don't know, I guess, we're kind of left out on the dark. People start making some crazy theories, like some people say it's the Chinese, some people say it's um, real aliens. Some other people say it could be the Russians. Some people say it's even our own local government making stuff up and everything. But I was watching uh, I think a video and a podcast that I listened to called Timcast IRL, in which they suggest that not only the UFOs, but the other crises that have happened, like the train derailment in Ohio, the factory that burnt in Florida, and the chemical truck that in Arizona. They kind of suggest that maybe this is some type of espionage operation by China in order to damage our infrastructure internally, before they take into consideration a hot war, between China and the United States. And it kind of makes sense if you look at it. China does have a lot of power over the USA. Absolutely nothing in the United States. It's manufactured. Maybe a few dumb things is manufactured in the United States. Like 90% of stuff here, it comes from China or from other Asian countries, or other countries in general. So it kind of makes sense. They do have a lot of power over us. So maybe, who knows? Who knows what's happening? It could be. I hope I'm wrong. Um, but definitely, it feels like this administration does not care enough, or maybe they're just letting this happen. It is kind of obvious that whether China obtains control directly or indirectly, um, they are gonna take over. Their No matter what, they're gonna take over, because if they don't, obviously, if they don't invade and take over directly the United States, like in a war where you have soldiers like falling from the sky, like a Hollywood movie, right? So let's say that never happens. Still, if they become the number one superpower, they're totally gonna dominate the economy. If they dominate the economy in the private sector, which the technology sector highly favors, China, then that can influence the government and can turn the American government under the American flag, right? Under the American Constitution. It could turn the government to a more authoritarian, uh, communist type government without people actually noticing, and with people actually giving in to this communist government under the guise of the American flag, because they never noticed the internal control, the internal invasion. And that kind of makes a little bit more sense to me right now. Also, we can never discard a hot war. Wars, countries have been taking over other countries since the world is the world. We've been having all types of wars, all type of invasions. So we can never discard that. We can never take that out of the picture. But it seems to me like an internal sort of control, or invasion. It's already, you know, doing its works, and it's actually working. Yeah, so I've been watching some videos about that, and some of them are kind of funny, like the one that says that it's actually aliens. Because, well, it's actually curious, and we cannot take it out of the picture. Like one of the objects that they shot down from the sky had actually an octagonal form. So, and it was kind of like rotating. You kind of see it like rotating in the video, like real crazy. And hey, it could be an actual alien, yeah. But at the same time, it kind of seems to me like a device made. It seems like technology made in a secret Department of Defense laboratory, either in the United States or in China or in some other major superpower that counts with the finances, with the capital and the engineers to build this kind of technology and make it seem legit from a media standpoint. So yeah, I mean, well, you see a lot of crazy stuff. Anyways, I don't know. So yeah, that's just my opinion on that. Feel free to agree to disagree or whatever. I don't care. Just make sure that don't just listen to people or to me or to anybody. Just make sure that you do your own research, of course. So yeah, this over here, drinking a little bit of Gatorade. Just trying to stay hydrated. Hasn't been easy, but I've survived. I survived Saturday, which I felt like really bad, and Sundays I got off, and now it's Monday. Hopefully it'll be an easy week. I've also been watching a lot of I kind of like this show. It's on Peacock, on the Peacock app. It's called Poker Face. I really dig that show. I think the actress is doing an awesome job, and that I don't know. I kind of identify myself with the TV show. I like the style of the TV show, how it plays with the timeline. It goes back and forth. It kind of shows you what happens in the future and then it goes back to the past. I love that effect. Kind of plays with your mind, makes you think a little bit more, and it challenges your mind into something different, into a different type of show that you're not used to. Honestly, I think some observations that I've made about myself is I want to focus more. I want to stop focusing less on the material world, and I want to start focusing more on on things that really matter, on the spiritual world, of course. My relationship with God is always more important than anything. But also on other things that really matter, like spending time with my kids, going out with my family, and making connections with friends and family as well. So, I kind of noticed that our soul has like this emptiness, and we try to fulfill it with material things, like with a bigger TV. In my case, like with a watch collection. um, but I feel like it's time for me to mature. It's time to me to start getting rid of having so much stuff. And I don't have a lot compared to other people. I'm pretty sure there's other guys out there that have plenty of more, of course, you know. But I think I'm gonna start reducing. I'm gonna start selling some of the things I have. I probably will sell some or most of the watches I have. Some electronic equipment I don't use, like blogging microphones and cameras and lenses. Maybe a lens that I have. And I kind of want to make my life more simple, more minimalistic. I want to have less. Even though I consider myself a normal person, I wanna be more humble. I wanna be more legit, more down to earth, and not so much attached to anything material in this world. It's not easy because I feel like we're in an environment that brainwashes us constantly through advertisement, propaganda, search engine algorithm recommendations. You know, all the time we're being bombarded with consumption algorithms, advertisement. You know, radio, TV, Netflix, YouTube, Hollywood, even Hollywood. You're watching a movie and directly you see products. What do you see in movies? Like, let's say you're watching the TV show Suits, right? So they open a laptop and you can see the brand. Hey, maybe it's an Apple computer, maybe it's a Dell, maybe it's a Surface. Um, I was watching this movie, this old 90s movie called Kazam, right? The movie starts with this chase of bullies chasing this kid out into this abandoned building, and then all of a sudden this genie appears and smashes a Coca. No, it was a Pepsi aluminum can, and you kind of see him drink the Pepsi later on during the movie. And it's things that you kind of don't like. When I was a kid, I watched that movie tons of times. Like at school, they played it a lot. I don't know why they played it a lot. And when I was a kid, I didn't notice those subliminal messages. But now that I'm an adult and I've developed a better sixth sense, I would say. Um, I notice it, but at the same time, I'm like, wow, I've been brainwashed since I was a kid. You know how many movies I've watched, how many shows I've watched, how many brands have been inserted into my brain. You know, and Pepsi is just one of them, apparently. So, and then the same thing happens with technology, with computers, laptops, gaming, and everything. It's like, who are we as human beings? Are we just consumers? Is that it? Because we have been programmed to be consumers, so this consumption cycle is something that now that I'm 33 years old, and I have a better consciousness of what's going on in my life, now I'm looking forward to exit this stupid consumption cycle. Anyway, it's just a little food for thought there. you know so we talk about some different random things today, and I hope that you enjoy this vlog. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. You can also leave comments below. I will try to either reply to the comment or make a response video if I have time. So thank you for watching, and you have a good day. Goodbye.